So you want to use Zoom. Either someone told you, hey, you need to do video conferencing, or you need video conferencing available on your phone, or maybe you're now working remotely or need to do things remotely using technology and you don't know where to start, and someone said, try Zoom. Great. Where do you go next? In this video, I'm going to show you how to download Zoom onto your desktop, how to use it on your phone so that you can start video conferencing on the fly using one of my favorite products that I've been using for the most part for free. There are two ways to get started with Zoom. That is, get to the Zoom website to start opening your account. You can go directly to zoom.us if you are in the United States, or you can just Google Zoom and it'll be the first result that you see. Either way, you want to be on the Zoom website and click on sign up, it's free. You will then input your email address, or you have the option to sign up with Google or with Facebook. I'm going to move forward with email. It has sent me an email that I need to confirm in my own email inbox. In my email, under the promotions folder in Gmail, I find the Zoom email I was just sent to confirm my account. If I click into it, I can see a button to activate my account, or I can copy and paste the URL below to activate my account. And then it takes me to the next step, which is putting in my first name and my last name and a password that follows a set amount of requirements. And then I repeat that password below to confirm it and select continue. This next step allows me to invite any of my contacts to Zoom, which I don't need to do at this time, so I'm going to skip this step. And then I can start a test meeting by clicking the orange button below. This would typically start my Zoom meeting for me, but since I do not have Zoom downloaded yet, what I need to do is click download and run Zoom. This will download the Zoom software for me, and then I can open it and install it like I normally would on my computer. For me, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to follow those traditional steps. If you're on a PC, then you'll want to follow those specific steps for your computer. Next, it'll pop up with the sign-in page. I was already signed into my other account, so I logged in so we can walk through these steps together. So put in your email address and password and sign in. Here's what it looks like when you first log in. It takes you to your meetings, which you can see at the top of your Zoom window. On the left-hand side, I can see any of my personal meetings ID. I can see my personal meeting ID. I could also see if I schedule any other meetings, that'll appear here. And then I can see those meeting IDs, or copy the invitation, or edit them, or join the room. Slightly advanced features here if you're just getting started, or I can just click start. So when I click start, this takes me to my personal meeting room, which is available 24/7. And you'll see at the bottom, I have my volume unmuted. And if I click on this, it'll mute me speaking in my Zoom room. And my microphone is picking up my voice. So it pulled up that little error saying, you're muted, but you're talking. So you might want to unmute. So I could unmute by clicking this. I can also choose if I have multiple microphones, which I do, the microphone that I use and the speaker that I use. So if your sound is ever not working, just go to this little up arrow and you can choose the different options that may be the error. And if you need to start video, you'll see this right down here below. You can see a line through it, my video is not going, but I can start my video. And there I am. And again, you have these additional options to the left where you can choose the camera that it's pulling from. So I'm using my computer camera, but I also have a webcam. So if I click on that one, it changes and I have slightly different view there because that one's above my video. I'm going to turn that off. And since no one else is in my meeting with me, it's not showing anything. And if no one else on this call, if they were to join me, were to have their video on, then it's not going to show anything here as well. So let's just keep going through these options at the bottom. The next one I have is invite. So if I click on this, I can either invite people by email, or if I had contacts added in here, I can also just copy the URL that I could send to people that include my personal meeting ID. So if they click on the URL, it'll open this meeting for them, or copy a full invitation that I could email to someone personally. I'm gonna exit out. Next, I can click on Manage Participants. You'll notice that this opened up a little window on the side that shows that I'm the host, I am the owner of this meeting, and this will show me any of the other participants who may be in this room at the time. It also gives me the option to mute everyone or unmute everyone, which is really handy when you have a lot of people on a call. Next, I have screen share. So what I can do is just click on that. It gives me the option to share my desktop, a whiteboard, an iPhone or iPad, or connect to an iPhone or iPad via cable. There are some advanced features here, but most of the time you'll just be sharing your desktop, which if I do that right here, it'll show me these Zoom controls, but my meeting controls change. They've moved to the top of the screen where I have to move my cursor up there to show them. If I want to exit out of here, all I have to do is click Stop Share, and it takes me back to this normal screen. And I have a few other options. I can have multiple people share simultaneously, or I can allow other people to share, but there's some advanced sharing options there as well. Next is chat. So if I click on that, it's going to pop up beneath my participants, but I can also close out participants and just have my full chat here. And you'll see that I have some additional options, again with that arrow pointing down, where I could have this be a pop-out chat, so it's always available and I can move it around my screen. In my chat, I can type to anyone, because I have the option to send to everyone or to send to individual people when more people are on my call than just me. And I can close out of that chat completely and bring it back up by just clicking chat. And if I want to, again, this is where you can see who you're sharing it with. I can also merge this meeting back into my window so it's not a separate pop-up. Then lastly, I could record this meeting, and it's going to automatically record onto my desktop unless I have a paid account where I can have it upload to the cloud. And I can pause the recording, start the recording, or stop the recording at any point during the meeting. Then lastly, I can just click End Meeting to get out of the meeting. And I can just leave the meeting myself, and anyone can be in this meeting, or I can end the meeting for all. So if you're on a meeting that just you need to leave, but you are the host, you are the person who created the link for the meeting, then you want to just click leave the meeting and not end the meeting for all. If this meeting is over and no one's going to rejoin, then you want to click end the meeting for all. If you hit it by accident, you can just click cancel and it won't change anything. So that's what it's going to look like when my recording goes. You can see it was processing it, and this is what the file looks like. I'm just going to X out of there. Normally when you log into Zoom, this is the screen you're going to see, your home button, where you could start a new meeting, you could join a meeting, you could schedule a meeting, or you could share your screen. There's also the option for just chat, and again, meetings, and if you had any contacts connected to your Zoom. So I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to click New Meeting, and it just pulls up that meeting right there. And again, I have different cameras set up, so I don't want this one, I want my FaceTime one. And maybe I want to change up my microphone. I could do all of that here, or I could turn my camera off, I could mute myself, and there you go. Or I could just end meeting for all. I also could schedule a meeting here. Say you want one-on-one with someone or with a different group. You can just put in the meeting details, the time, the date, the time, again, all through these drop downs, and the end time for these. And you could use your personal meeting ID or generate a meeting ID automatically through Zoom. You You can also require a password. I like to turn this off most of the time because I find them annoying. You can also set for videos to automatically be on for the host and the participants. If you pay for a Zoom account, you can choose to have the host or participants automatically muted when they join, which is really helpful. You can set the audio for it, whether you only want people joining by telephone or only computer audio, or you don't care which option it is. And you can have the calendar invite be for iCal, Google Calendar, or other calendars. There are some advanced options here where you can enable a waiting room so that the meeting doesn't just start as soon as people enter it, which would be enable join before host, or you could mute participants upon entry, and then you can also automatically record the meeting on the computer so you don't have to remember to hit record. And all you do is click schedule. It's gonna pull up my calendar to schedule it in my Google Calendar, but if I minimize this, it'll also show up in my meeting details here. So when I need to start that, I can either do it from my calendar or I can do it down here. Using Zoom on your phone is just as easy. First, you want to go to whatever your phone store is and type in Zoom into the search and download the Zoom app. As soon as you click open, it's going to take you to this screen where you can join a meeting, you can sign up or sign in. So if you have a meeting ID, this is where you're just going to put it in and you can automatically join. Or you can sign up or sign in right here. So I already have my login, so I'm just going to input that real quick. And once I log in, it's going to take me to one, make sure that I allow for notifications and that Zoom can access my camera. And then it takes me to the meeting page, and I'm going to select New Meeting. And it's going to ask for access to my camera, and it's going to ask for access to my microphone. And this is me sharing my screen, being on camera from my phone. Now, if I swipe to the right, I access safe driving mode where I can tap to speak and then untap when I'm done speaking. If I swipe back, it's back on my normal face, my normal screen. Mobile functionalities through swiping. And then you can end the meeting, you can leave or end again, and you'll be taken back to your home screen. You can select join and input your meeting ID. You can schedule a new meeting and see your personal meeting ID. The functionality on mobile is a little streamlined for swiping versus being on a desktop, but it's relatively the same. Zoom is fairly easy to get started in using, whether you're on your desktop or whether you're on your mobile device. A few things to note. There is a free account for Zoom, which is everything we walked through today is available on the free account. But if you are using the free account and you have more than 2 people on your call, so more than me and one other person, you will only be able to have your call for 40 minutes before Zoom times you out and automatically ends your meeting. You can immediately start another meeting, but you have the inconvenience of having to send out a new invite to join. So if you would like to have longer than 40-minute meetings or some of the some of the nice pro features such as recording to the cloud that's automatically included in your Zoom account, then you would want to have your Zoom Pro membership, and they have a few different tiers. The next level up is about $15 a month. It's very much worth the money if you use Zoom a lot or you have a lot of big meetings in Zoom that you need to schedule. But you're good to get going now that you know how to use Zoom on your desktop and on your phone, and I highly recommend just playing around, starting some calls with friends to get used to using it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'd be happy to help you out.